Now to a new law causing a stir tonight. Ohio is now a stand your ground state. Governor Mike DeWine signed the bill into law just tonight, despite suggesting a potential veto. Critics say it essentially legalizes murder. Supporters say it simply lets people protect themselves. Local 12's Tessa DiTiro is live tonight at Cincinnati Police Headquarters with more on this story. Tessa, good evening.
Good evening, Kyle. So just a few weeks ago, we talked with Cincinnati Police Chief Elliot Isaac about his thoughts on the bill. He was one of the Ohio police chiefs who signed a letter to Governor DeWine opposing the bill. He said in part that citizens do have a right to defend themselves, but you don't want to create an atmosphere where it's encouraged. Those types of situations are best left to trained officers. In Cincinnati, 2020 was the deadliest year on record. 90 people were murdered. State Senator Cecil Thomas thinks the so-called Stand Your Ground law is going to make matters worse.
Being a law enforcement officer for 27 years, there are going to be people out there who are going to feel emboldened now.
The law says a person has no duty to retreat before using a gun in self-defense. The Buckeye Firearms Association says it's intended to protect people only if they feel like they're in serious danger.
This law does not affect anyone until they are already the victim of a violent crime. And I don't understand why any politician or anyone else would be opposed to removing horrendous restrictions on crime victims. We should support crime victims and we should punish the criminals.
Senator Thomas stands by his belief that the law will put lives at risk.
People are going to think that if you look at me wrong, I have a right to stand my ground, and if I shoot you, I'm going to be able to tell everybody why I shot you.
The Buckeye Firearms Association thinks it will do the opposite.
If I'm the victim of a violent crime or somebody that I love dearly is the victim of a violent crime, I should have the ability to use any means at my disposal to save them and stop the violence.
After the mass shooting in Dayton, Thomas and dozens of other legislators called for big changes. Thomas says he's still waiting.
And that's why I wear my little do something badge. This was passed out after the Dayton shooting, and the people were saying, "Governor, do something." They didn't mean put more guns in the hands of people. They meant pass some common sense gun legislation.
Governor DeWine referenced those reforms today when he signed the bill, and he's calling on lawmakers to reconsider them. A bill that he formerly put it had background checks and bigger penalties for gun crimes and safety precautions. It never went anywhere. For now, live at Cincinnati Police Headquarters, Tessa DiTiro, Local 12 News.
All right, Tessa, thank you so much. And that bill also grants immunity to a place like a church, nonprofit, or others. It also allows places to have armed guards as part of their security plans. The law takes effect in 90 days.